Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. So, you just got a brand new MacBook and you are a software engineer, or maybe you're just starting your journey, and now you are probably wondering, what's the first software I should install? In this video, I'll be sharing briefly the essential tools that I personally use as a software engineer. Tools that have helped me stay productive, organized, and efficient throughout the years. Let's jump right in. The first tool I want to share is Visual Studio Code or VSCode. This is my main code editor, and honestly, it has become one of the most popular editors among developers for a reason. It's lightweight and really fast, but at the same time, it's powerful enough to handle projects of any sizes. The best part is how flexible it is. You can customize almost everything with extensions. For example, I use extensions for Git integration, code formatting, and Docker support. I also like how seamless it feels to work with different programming languages in just one editor. So, if you are setting up your MacBook for development, VS Code is definitely the first tool I recommend installing. The next tool I use is Docker. As a software engineer, Docker is super important because it allows me to run applications in containers. Basically, instead of setting up everything directly on my Mac, which can get messy, I can spin up containers that already have the exact environment I need. This makes it easy to test different services like databases or APIs without clustering my system. And the best part is, if it works in Docker on my Mac, it's almost guaranteed to work the same way on a server. So, whether you are working on microservices, experimenting with databases, or just want a clean setup, Docker is one tool I can't live without. Now, let's talk about my terminal setup. Instead of using the default Mac terminal, I use Item 2. It's way more powerful. It supports split panels, better search, and custom shortcuts, which makes working in the command line much smoother. On top of that, I installed My Zsh, which is a framework that adds plugins and themes to ZSH, the default shell on macOS. It gives me helpful features like auto-suggestion, syntax highlighting, and Git integration right in the terminals. To make it look clean and professional, I add power level 10K as my theme. It gives a beautiful and informative prompt that shows details like the current branch, time, and even system status at a glance. Another important step when setting up a new MacBook for software engineering is installing the programming languages I use most often. For me, that starts with Python. It's one of the most versatile languages, great for back-end development, automation, data analysis, and even scripting simple tasks. Having Python set up right away makes life a lot easier. Next is Golang or Go. I like Go because it's fast, efficient, and perfect for building APIs or backend services. It compiles to a single binary, which makes deployment really straightforward. And of course, there's Nodejs. I use Node a lot when working with front-end framework or building full-stack applications. It's lightweight, works really well with JavaScript, and npm gives you access to a huge ecosystem of packages. But instead of installing Node directly, I recommend using NVM or Node Version Manager. It makes managing Node versions super simple. For example, you might need Node 16 for one project and Node 20 for another. NVM let you switch between them with just a single command. It also keeps your setup clean and avoid conflict down the line. Now, there are obviously a lot of programming languages out there, but you don't need to install all of them right away. I usually stick the one I use daily, and if I need something else in the future, I can always run it inside a Docker container without clustering my MacBook. So, by installing just Python, Go, and Nodejs with NVM, I cover most of my development needs while keeping my setup clean, flexible, and future-proof. The next two I want to share are MongoDB Compass and DBeaver. Starting with MongoDB Compass, is the official GUI client for MongoDB. Instead of writing queries in the terminal all the time, Compass gives me a clean interface to explore collections, run queries, and even visualize schema structures. It's really handy when working with no SQL data. Then there's DBeaver, which is a universal database client. I like it because it supports almost any database you can think of. PostgreSQL, MySQL, SQLite, MongoDB, and many more. Having one tool that can connect to different databases saves me a lot of time and keeps everything organized. So working with databases day to day, MongoDB Compass and DBeaver are definitely tools I rely on. And that wraps up the tools I usually install on a brand new MacBook as a software engineer. Of course, there are so many other tools out there, but these are the ones that have really helped me stay productive and get my work done smoothly. In future videos, I'll go deeper into how to actually set up and configure some of these tools step by step. So make sure to subscribe if you don't want to miss that. If you found out this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, drop a comment to let me know which tool is your favorite, and don't forget to share this with someone who's just getting started. And I'll leave you with one of my personal quotes. Life is nothing without challenges. Keep learning, keep improving, and enjoy the process. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.